Hi and a very warm welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I'll be going ahead and sharing with you some of the books that I have read. And these are quite simple, easy reads. You don't have to sit with a dictionary. I'll be going ahead and sharing with you few novels as well as self-help books. And yes, let me tell you that I am not a reader, but I'm trying my best to get into this habit of reading every single day, at least 5 to 6 pages every day. Most of my books I have got from Amazon. Only there are 2 or 3 books that I personally went to Crossword and bought them. But since we are in this lockdown situation, so you can definitely go ahead and order your books on Amazon, and they are quite affordable. Before we dive into the video, please go ahead and press that red subscribe button so that you can be a part of my tiny little family right here on YouTube and you don't miss out on my content. Press the bell icon right besides the subscribe button so that you get notified every time I upload a video. And now we can get started with the video. The first book I want to share with you is a book that made me fall in love with reading, and it has to be this book by Chetan Bhagat, which is Revolution 2020. I saw one of my friend reading this book and I borrowed that book from her and I read it, and it's quite an easy read. It falls under the genre of politics, love, romance, fiction. It is a story based on love triangle, corruption and self-discovery. Can go ahead and give it a read. The second book recommendation I would love to give you is this book right here. This is a book again by Chetan Bhagat. It's The Girl in Room 105. It is again a thriller novel and it falls under the genre of thriller and mystery, which is a crime mystery which is tangled in between romance, love, drama. I'll just go ahead and read what's here. It says, "Hi, I'm Keshav and my life is crude. I hate my job and my girlfriend left me. The beautiful Zara. Zara is from Kashmir. She is a Muslim, and did I tell you my family is a bit, well, traditional? Anyway, leave that. Zara and I broke up 4 years ago. She moved on. I didn't. I drank every night to forget her. I called, messaged and stalked her on social media. She just ignored me. However, that night on the evening of her birthday, Zara messaged me. She called me over like old times to her hostel room 105, and I shouldn't have gone, but I did, and my life changed forever. This is not a love story, it is an unloved story. One more thing I would like to go ahead and tell you, if you get triggered with loss of your loved one or death or loss in general, then I think this book will trigger you in between, because it did trigger me. If you can take it, then definitely go for it. So the third book on my book recommendation list is this one right here. This is the book called The Perfect Us by Joy Datta. This book falls under the genre of fiction and romance. So it says, Avantika is an investment banker, an ambitious go-getter, and the exact opposite of Deb, a corporate professional turned failed writer turned scripter of Saas Bahu serials. They have been together for 10 years, surviving everything from college to rave parties to annoying best friends, including Shrey, who has no respect for personal boundaries, and Varnita and Tanmay, the annoying yet enviable it couple who seems to have it all. Now, Avantika wants to take the next step, but will Deb be able to catch up, or will it rip them apart? No matter how hard he tries, Deb can't convince Avantika that he's not the one for her. Not as long as she is broken and her past looms in the background, pushing her, troubling her, goading her to question if their love is enough. Will Deb be able to find their perfect place? The Perfect Us is love's struggle to find a happily ever after. So the fourth on my list is A Touch of Eternity by Joy Datta again. Definitely I got this book because of the cover of the book. The book is definitely a fictional book, but it will take you in the times of those technology where you can go ahead and get soul transplant done. So this book says, what if when you say it is forever, it actually is? Born on the same day and at the same time, Dhruvan and Anvesha know they are soulmates in every sense of the word. Their parents, however, refuse to accept their togetherness at first and try to tear them apart. But Dhruvan and Anvesha hold on to each other against all odds. In the meantime, the world is on the brink of a major scientific breakthrough that could make reincarnation possible. This is an opportunity for the two to prove their love and tell the world that love can make the impossible possible. Dhruvan and Anvesha participate in the experiment as if their lives depend on it, because they do. All that remains to be seen is, will a man's dream to control love and life come true? And when the time comes, can one stay true to their soulmate? Quite an engaging and easy read again. Okay, so now since we are done with the novels, let's go ahead and dive into some self-help books. The first on my list has to be this book, which is called Good Vibes, Good Life, which is by Vex King, and I personally love his quotes. I have been following him on Instagram from a very long time. I don't have the book with me right now, it's downstairs, but I will definitely go ahead and put a clip of that particular book. It definitely falls under the genre of non-fiction, spirituality, psychology, personal development. Yes, how did I get into this book? The story behind it. There was a time when I went through this situation, which was a bad phase in my life, and I had no idea where I'm heading towards. I was anxious about my future, and I did fell into this insecurity trap. I had this book from a very long time, but I never ended up reading it. But when this thing happened, after I went through this bad phase, Corona kind of hit us and we got into this lockdown situation in 2020, and that is when I started reading this book genuinely with all of my heart, and I did find a lot of changes in myself. I started feeling more confident. This book definitely teaches you on how you can go ahead and love yourself and finding your purpose, meditation, and all of those things. So definitely go ahead and give it a read. And if you are on a journey of self-love, then I think this book is something that you should read. Okay, so the second book on my self-help book recommendation has to be this one. This is the book called You Are a Badass: How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life by Jen Sincero. This definitely falls under the genre of non-fiction, self-help, spirituality, psychology, personal development. This book definitely tells you that we all have that badass nature inside us, that we all are a badass at doing great things, but we tend not to do because of some issues like fear, conflicts, and all of those things. So this book definitely tells you on how you can stop doubting yourself and go ahead and release your badass side to the world. On my self-help list would be this book called Ikigai, which is the Japanese secret to a long and happy life. What is Ikigai? Ikigai is a mysterious word. It's a Japanese secret to a long and happy life. It's a Japanese concept which translates as the happiness of always being busy. It says the people of Japan believe that everyone has an Ikigai, a reason to jump out of bed each morning. Inspiring and comforting, this book will give you the life-changing tools to uncover your personal Ikigai. It will show you how to leave urgency behind, find your purpose, nurture friendships, and throw yourself into your passions. Bring meaning and joy to every day with Ikigai. Okay, so the last and the final book recommendation would be this book that I have fallen in love with. I don't have the book personally in my hand because it's an audio book that I have been listening to on Audible. It is this book called Unfinished by Priyanka Chopra. This book falls under the genre of memoir. Is that how you say it? This is like a collective sets of her moments in life that took place, on how she came into this film industry, things that happened to her in her life, what she went through while she was a kid, also about her family life, about her dad, and then finally how she met Nick Jonas and now she is finally married to him, and how the proposal and everything kind of went. So this book will definitely interest you if you love Priyanka Chopra. As an actor, she is amazing. As an individual, she is beautiful, and she has been working. She is a global brand ambassador for UNICEF. If you don't love reading, definitely get into the habit of listening to audiobooks. But if you are a beginner, then this book can be an easy read for you, and you can get into the habit of reading every single day. That is all I have for you in this video. I hope you liked watching this video. Please take care of yourself and be safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Till then, peace and love to you all. Bye.